Well, one thing we all complain about each election season is the TV ads that we see on TV. But lately, another complaint is frustrating voters. We're talking about campaign text messages. In fact, one call blocking service says more than 15 billion were sent last year alone. Tonight, we are breaking down how we got here and if there's any relief on the way. We're used to getting text messages from family and friends, but now political candidates are using the platform to chase down your vote. The number of political texts being sent has risen from the 2020 presidential race to what we experienced just last year during the midterm election season. According to the call blocking service RoboKiller, more than 15 billion political texts were sent last year. That's about 50 messages for every phone in the U.S., and that includes requests for donations, volunteer opportunities, and reminders to vote. And instead of falling off after the midterm elections, those numbers continued to climb here in Georgia, with the Warnock-Walker race for Senate going to a runoff. So who's sending these messages? RoboKiller says Republican campaigns and groups sent the most, sending 12 billion texts compared to 3 billion from Democrats. And if you're annoyed by all the buzzes and pings, there's not much you can do about it. The contact information of millions of voters has already been collected into huge databases, which are managed by brokers that sell access to campaigns. Those brokers say the information is gathered from public records and other sources. And once they have your information, they don't have to get your permission to contact you. Some blame a Supreme Court decision that got rid of the requirement to obtain consent when sending mass texts. Political texts aren't subject to the federal Do Not Call registry, which allows you to opt out of telemarketing calls and texts. Your only option is trying to have your personal information removed from campaign contact lists. Information from the FCC shows that unwanted political texts make up the largest group of text complaints for the year of 2022. Democrats and Republicans have both introduced legislation to try and change the industry, but none has been successful. And right now, it's not regulated by any federal laws. California, Nevada, and Vermont have all passed laws to allow people to opt out or have their information deleted. So far, there is nothing like that here in Georgia.